Hey everybody, Snipertheladiesman here. Welcome to another channel update, and this is going to be the results of my Let's Play Poll 2. So generally what I can say overall, I'm both happy with the results and, kind of surprised that there wasn't really much of a draw as I would have thought. Just kind of based on, from when I'm doing this video, or when I'm doing this this video here. It's about it's late on April 22nd. You'll probably see this either on the 23rd or the 24th. I haven't really decided that yet. But so yeah, so I'm kind of overall, again, fairly happy with the results. But of course, you want to hear what game you, or the majority, have decided that I will Let's Play next. Now, as you noticed on Wednesday, so that's either yesterday or the day before, on Wednesday I put up first episode of Spyro 2 Ripto's Rage. I actually did that recording probably about a week ago, and plan on starting that up while this was going on. But I was having some complications with getting just actual time together. I was being very sleep deprived and very just almost a withdrawal that I didn't want to do anything. Which that affected not only this as like YouTube, but also school and stuff like that. I'm just glad that I've got less than 2 weeks. Actually, from this Friday, it'll be a week exactly that I'm done school and I'm done college, and I can just look back at it. But anyways, enough about that personal business. Enough about that stuff. The results. Now, I think what I'll do is I'll do it from what got the least and then what actually won. So, what got the least was a few games with actually 0 votes, which is Trinity, Souls of Zulul, Nano Breaker, and Crimson Tears. Which, granted, those are very obscure games. I didn't really expect anyone to really get them. I would actually have been more surprised if any of those games won than some of the more popular, more well-known games. So, but if I did have to choose one game out of that list, of which one I would probably pick to play, it probably would be Crimson Tears. Just because of, since I played it, just because of the style of it, it's cel shaded and anime. Both, again, I really like. Just the random dungeons, the combat is very fun. Having 3 different characters and having them, each of them basically use a different sort of weapon, and you have a choice of which one. You don't actually have to play as even the other 2, unless for certain situations that happen in the game. The next one's actually, it's going to be tied for 4th place. For 1 vote each is Dead Island, Mega Man X Collection, and Extermination. So, again, one of them's more obscure. One is a collection of all the Mega Man X games, well, except X7 and X8. And there is Dead Island, which is not really a super popular franchise, but hey, a sequel's coming out, so I'm pretty happy about that. In 3rd place, with 3 votes each, is Indigo Prophecy and Chaos Legion. So they're both of those ones were actually fairly neck to neck throughout the entire thing. And in second place with 4 votes is Watch Dogs. So for just granted for like the 20 total votes, and 4 for that, kind of surprising. And finally, the game that easily got the most votes, Final Fantasy X HD. So, so that is going to be the game that I am going to Let's Play next. So, woohoo! Now there are a few things that I want to actually try and quickly brief over here. Number 1, I believe Final Fantasy X HD. I believe that game comes out on PS4 sometime in May. I did a little bit of research, and I found where it said it was the PS4 version was coming out in May. And also that there was backwards save or whatever, that I could take my PS3 save and put it on PS4, and everything should be there. Now, mind you, that won't really affect the initial playthrough, because it'll be start from the beginning to end. But I mean, when I saw that would be kind of nice to have just the backwards save compatibility sort of thing for it. Granted, I don't know if it's worth the extra $40 or $50 or however much it is, especially since I already have it. I'm just kind of thinking, I mean, I have a brand new PS4. My PS3 is about like 8 years old or something like that. It's fairly old and kind of dusty, and I've been having a few just small technical issues with it over the last couple months. So that's why I'm thinking of getting that. I'm getting the PS4 version. So if that happens, and chances are it will, that playthrough will probably be on kind of the shelf for a bit until the game comes out, and then I guess in a way I'll almost try to do like a release day or at least like a release playthrough. Maybe not on the exact date, because granted I'm not even sure what my actual schedule is going to kind of be around that time. What else? Okay, I know there was more. Oh, right. So with that being said, with the game, with Final Fantasy X HD kind of being the next game I'll play through. But now also Spyro 2 is kind of just started in a way. I'm planning on playing through that one until we get to May. Yeah. So, and we'll see. We'll kind of see how long Spyro 2 goes on for. It should be. I want to say it'll probably be about the same as Spyro 1, give or take, maybe a little bit longer. So yeah, so there's that. The third. What was it? Yeah, right. The third. I'm sorry. I'm really tired right now, and I'm just realizing it's like past midnight. But the third and final thing, that has to happen with this kind of being put on the shelf until May. When this game does come out, and I start the playthrough, this I know for a fact this will now be my longest playthrough. I can easily see this game beaten or going through like 100+ parts easily. Even if each episode's over 20 minutes, I can still see it being that big. So it's definitely going to beat Kingdom Hearts 2 for my longest Let's Play, for sure. But with that being said, I'm probably going to be I may be doing some stuff in between, just because, even when I did my first playthrough, my first actual playthrough of it myself, I took some breaks in between, to kind of be like, kind of think that, look, I put in 15 hours into the game straight. Okay, I feel like I want to take a break and play something else for a couple hours. Come back to it in a couple days. And when I did, I played it for another 15 hours and, stuff like that. But it's like I would get hooked on it, but I didn't want to go too much into it. So that may be similar when it comes to the playthrough. I may start off. So I may initially start off with quite a couple of videos of Final Fantasy X. Maybe say like about 10 or so videos, and then I may start another playthrough in between. That way, just that if either people get bored or not interested fully in Final Fantasy X, then I guess then there'll be something else to watch also. Now, what would be that next playthrough? Honestly, I was actually just going to go with whatever would have been number 2 in the poll, and again, right now it's Watch Dogs. So I've actually no problems with that either. So, long story short, when I start doing Final Fantasy X, I'll probably be doing Watch Dogs in between. Kind of give both the people who vote for number 1 and number 2, kind of give both of those games. Yeah, so Final Fantasy X HD will be a upcoming playthrough. We'll see what happens up until then, and we'll see what happens in the middle. And finally, as for the other games on this list, just like I did for my first poll, I eventually played, a few of them here and there. I eventually got around to them, just because, some of them may just been ones that I've always wanted to do. Some of them I've just thought, hey, it's like a 2-hour game. I kind of like it for stupid reasons, and I just want to play it. So there may be similar things here. Now, granted, if I do pick something else from this list, which, again, chances are I will in the future, it would easily not be, like, in between Final Fantasy X, Watch Dogs, or anything like that. It's going to be in the future, way past it. Especially since I don't even know what kind of new games are coming out at the moment. Or, like, past May. As far as I know, not really too much that interests me personally. But again, as far as it is right now, we will see what happens in the future. And yeah, so I believe that is pretty much it. So yeah, again, thank you everyone who voted. I will begin the Spyro 2 playthrough kind of on its way finally. And I do apologize for that about like week and a half of a hiatus of not really doing too much. Again, that was a more personal issue and more of just me not being into doing anything. But I'm slowly getting back into things, and in a way, it was kind of good taking that time off for the time being. So yeah, so hopefully all of you look forward to Final Fantasy X, possibly Watch Dogs, and possibly anything else that was on this list. And Spyro 2 Ripto's Rage, it will be starting up. Well, it's already started, but we'll be continuing from this point. So yeah, thank you everybody for listening, and I will see you all next time.